Please play your games.
Temporal do-over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the OwlCast. It is your host with the most. Back.
Yo, why don't we do this in the multi-lobby? That would make this fun.
Well, I mean, okay, people in the podcast have no clue what we're talking about. Anyway, those of you watching the podcast, well, listening to it right now, today's podcast is going to be a little special. We have with us today Biggums, Sir Biggums himself. He's been knighted. I was there when it happened. Queen Elizabeth III knighted Biggums. That's a thing that happened. At me on Twitter. AlBlackYT. That's a thing that happened. Bet. Anyway, we also follow. We're also. You've been knighted, Sir Biggums. We also have. I can't even.
Bet. Shit.
We're also graciously able to have Pride along board with the podcast. Pride, say what's up to the people.
Something to the people.
Okay, so I think this being the podcast, I think it's because we haven't done a podcast in a week. I try to do these bi-weekly now. That way we have actual topics to talk about. So a lot has happened in everyone's lives since the podcast. A lot has happened for a lot of people. Like Pride, you're getting college is basically done for you until the next semester, right? Like you're basically on break.
It's trying to dispose of me like I'm a chief whore.
But okay, I'm not getting into that with you. But okay, but no, seriously, for the podcast, college is being done for you this week, right? You're gonna be done this week, right?
Yes, my finals end pretty soon actually, and
so,
I'm gonna be back home.
Are you excited, or a lot of people usually get excited to go back home? But I just want to know how are you feeling about it, because I know.
I'm still doing Quest right now. My bad, didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all who are here, we've talked about my home life a little bit, so.
Because I was thinking about, how some people do those little animated things during their podcasts? We could do something similar, just in the multi-lobby, since I'm actually streaming it.
Maybe next one, because I don't know how I'm going to do that in this one, you know what I mean? Usually I'd have to start with it, because it's just a podcast. It's just more the way I design the podcast is you're not supposed to look at the screen. You're not.
Who says we'd be looking at the screen?
Well, if there's something going on, they would want to look at the screen, right? Because it's it's more of you just have it on.
The rule of podcast: don't put anything interesting enough on the screen to make people want to watch it while driving.
This mofo. Anyway, this mofo. I just wanted to bring this up because again, you told us that you were going back home and your home life is how it is, but. Are you excited because the stress of college is over for you effectively? So are you excited at all, or?
I'm actually more sad that this year was my first semester.
Really?
It's already over, and that means in total I only have 7 more till I get my bachelor's and I have to start working. I'm gonna be going back home, yes, and I'm gonna actually be getting my job back with my uncle at a computer shop, which will be nice. A little bit of extra money in my wallet for whenever new games and stuff like that come out and to help pay for college. But I'm really looking forward to seeing friends and stuff over that month. Because I have a month till he comes back after I leave.
Yeah, it's a month break.
Now, summer, on the other hand, I'm kind of looking forward to that because I might be able to convince my parents to do something. But this month, I'd rather just take it easy.
Hello?
Hello.
Sure. I cannot do this podcast, man. Anyway, I got food.
That's gonna be an edit.
Yeah, I'm out to edit. So, that being said, I just want to keep going. I'm about to grab my food though.
All right.
Which I mean, I don't like restarting.
I can keep talking about it. You can just cut.
No, you just keep talking. I'm just gonna get food. This is live podcast. The podcast is real, dog. We're not. I am not going to flex right now. Go ahead. Just do your thing, man. Podcast.
Now, to be honest about my home life and everything, you guys know how it is to a degree, but I'm looking forward to going home just to be able to see my friends and family. I haven't seen all of my friends since high school now, and it's been about 8 months then since I've seen a bunch of them. on that, I might actually have some more free time to do things that I want to pick up. Like, I'm actually relearning how to pick up the trumpet. And it'd be nice to actually have the trumpet with you when you're trying to learn it. Because I left that thing at home. Because this is finals week. That's why it's bad.
No. Probably just like you need a capture card.
Okay.
Alright.
That will go
Never
on.
had before. I never had to like grab food mid podcast, so that's an edit.
Now,
But
know.
now Marcus, cut here. I finished talking about the topic a little bit ago, and I said cut here if you actually want to edit.
Okay.
If not, we did talk a little bit about like the OBS. Like, we talked a little bit about like streaming, as in like OBS and everything, because I was curious.
Yeah, I googled how to boost my bitrate. This dude came out here with the term golden, just supernova Yamcha into oblivion. But he didn't even turn golden. That's just his base. That's just his base stats.
that was
Impressive.
unnecessary.
But I'm looking out for you a little bit.
So, I appreciate you. So, I'm going to try to keep my eating down to a minimum. But I do want to talk about a couple things in the podcast. And it's like, so, I feel like one of the most relatable things that we talk about each and every podcast is the concept that we're all getting older. You know what I mean? And getting older means a lot of things to a lot of people. I recently turned 20 years old. Which honest to God, like, no, this isn't me being emotional. I just never thought about being able to live to see this age. So, for me, every day is just a gift, you know. That being said, I feel like there's also like, there's always just like this concept of when you get older, you'll stop liking this or you'll grow out of this. And I just want to ask you guys. Like, we're older. Chief is kind of younger than us, but he's not that much younger than you. Do you feel like you're growing out of video games? Or do you feel like you're growing...
Not at all.
Do you
I'm
think
growing more into them because I hate reality.
Do you think you're Okay. Do you think you're growing out of Dragon Ball? Or out of... Do you ever feel like you're growing out of something?
Nope. I will admit that Dragon Ball seems way stupider to me now, but I love it. But, who am I kidding? If I'm being honest here, if it weren't for the OCs, I'd probably drop it.
What about you, Pride?
I mean, I still have my favorite characters and all, but my god, is it stupid now.
What about you, Pride? What do you think?
I mean, I couldn't grow out of Dragon Ball if I tried. It's too much of my childhood. And
Same.
at this point here, I've told you about my nieces and everything. I gotta raise them right.
Oh my God.
Anytime they walk in the room, they gotta see that on the TV. You know what I'm saying?
They better know what a Super Saiyan is. They may not know how it works, but they need to know what it is.
Oh, trust me, my niece, my youngest one, she is, as of now, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Her and I, anytime we sat down to watch dinner together, we watched Cooler's Revenge.
What? How old is she?
She knows who. She is now 6.
Okay.
She knows who Goku is, and anytime I play the game, Dragon Ball, she's like, "You're playing that Dragon Ball game? Pick my favorite character."
And who is it?
So I have to go and play Goku whenever she says that.
Okay. First off, what is her first name?
Hunter. Hunner.
Hunter? Shout out to you, sweetie. I hope you watch this podcast someday. You are a savage. Hunter has my right. Hunter, I want Hunter to do my taxes when she's older. I trust her with my money. I trust her with my money now, actually. She can do my taxes now.
Whoa. Let's not get crazy here.
Can't add.
She can do basic addition, but I don't know how many numbers she can add. How big. I mean, considering what your ad revenue is right now, I mean, I'm sure she can do it.
Too soon. Too
Dang.
Too real. Not real enough.
Too real for the podcast. By the way, shout out to you homies who are watching this.
Yeah. The college boys or homies back down in Georgia, shout out to you guys. I'm not going to say your city, obviously I'm not stupid, but shout out to the homies Shout out to Pride Zombies. You guys know what's up. My boy Schmitty out here. Yeah, I did that.
But let's see here. Like, let's actually talk about that for a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you guys have any younger relatives that you've introduced to anything you've liked? Or not even really relatives, just anybody who looks up to you.
Okay, so me, I told you when I was 4 years old, my grandmother had a baby. So I have an aunt that's 4 years younger than me. Weird story, I know. But my aunt, Shikoria, if you're watching this, you're a beast. Shikoria, I introduced Shikoria because I was a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog as a kid, and I'm a huge Sonic fan now. So I remember being a little kid and introducing her to Sonic, and I remember drawing my Sonic OC and talking about Sonic to her, and like one of my earliest memories as a kid is playing Sonic the Fighters with my little aunt on GameCube. Yeah, and she kicked my butt, but that doesn't matter because if I was 8 years old, that means she was 4, and she dominated me in Sonic the Fighters.
Have you gotten revenge?
I don't think so yet. No, but I do appreciate her because I introduced her to art and a lot of my. There's a little bit of an echo. I introduced her to art and a lot of like gaming things, and I do.
Who is echoing right now?
It's Pride. His headphones turned off. So, but yeah, I do think that it has played a huge role of just like the stuff I showed her in her life, and I'm actually really happy about that. But when I talked about cousins younger than that, like, because she's only 4 years younger than me, but family younger than that, I don't really introduce my younger family to things much because I kind of don't like them. So.
All right, that's fair enough. Now, what about you, Biggums?
Nope.
You got anything like that? Okay, what about you? Isn't Chief here?
Yeah, Chief's here, but Chief is here is like Chief's like Santa. He's here, but good luck writing to him.
Oh, you're right. He's like.
I'm here.
Okay, you got anybody like that for you? Like someone that you've introduced
No.
something that you like? No.
That's a lie and a half. My boy Warren. Don't treat my boy Warren like that.
He's not younger.
Yes, he is.
Well, he is,
Okay.
but not really.
Let me correct that. Anybody that looks up to you. That
My
He
boy
better not
Warren.
look up to me.
My boy Warren.
No.
Now I can open up about a bit more, and actually some of these have like tangible benefits.
You are a liar. Because Warren, when I first talked to Warren, he told me about how he tried to bank shot because of you.
No, he didn't.
He tried bank shotting. Warren tried
That's
bank
somebody
shotting.
else.
Warren asked me about bank shotting and told me he tried doing it. So it would have to be because of you. Because there's no way Warren looked up to me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You're a pretty charismatic guy.
Warren didn't know anything about me. Except my skin tone. And that's about it.
Can you
You're a
just say
pretty charismatic
Alex?
guy.
Alright.
Can you say Alex?
I always forget to call him by his name. I'm so sorry. Warren sounds cooler to me, but I always forget he likes to be called Alex. I'm so sorry, Alex. He doesn't watch the podcast. He doesn't know. He doesn't care.
Now, to be honest, I do have other stories like that, though, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've introduced more than just her to it. I've showed almost all of my, like, nieces and nephews Dragon Ball and stuff like that. I've let them make their own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, I've introduced other things. For example, my oldest nephew, I've introduced him to chess. He's trying to get better at it. He's regularly practicing, like, video games and stuff like that to try to get better than me. Let's see here. Well, there was one big
Wait, does Tigger count?
Tigger could count, but the podcast knows about Tigger.
I'm saying, well, I mean, yeah, but like, that's the only other thing I got.
Okay, I mean, you can bear a mention to him. I don't care.
And all I've done when it comes to Tigger is Tigger's already interested in gaming. Only thing I've done is I taught Tigger, like, concepts about like being honest and being 110% honest. It's like the thing I did. That's it, really.
So, when's Broly? When's Broly?
Never.
When Broly?
Oh, no, seriously.
When Broly? When Broly? I had to. You brought it up. You reminded me of that.
Broke it. Marcus?
You broke it.
I think we broke it. No, look! None of the portals work.
Okay. That being said, moving on to the next topic. I'm not even going to give them time of day. Let's talk about friendships, right? Because a friendship is one of those things that everyone here has had, right? And
I hope so.
some friendships are like closer than family. You know what I mean? Some friendships are tighter than. When it comes to friendships, have you ever like ended a friendship or cut someone off? And if so, like, did they do it to you first, or was yours like in response to what they've done? You know what I mean? Like, who cut ties first, you or them?
I already know what happened with me.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about, like, other than that situation, because you can't really say
Other
that.
than that, not really. Cause like I said, I'm easy to get along with. That's the only time I've really cut ties with anybody.
You're easy to get along with if I'm not a child, apparently. Like
Well,
an
yeah,
anti-pedophile.
I don't like children. My bad. I'm easy to get along with as long as you're over the age of, well, near my age.
You're
if
like
you are a
an
child, I don't like
anti-pedophile,
you.
dog.
So I'm nigga Herbert.
Okay. I know you said nigga, but I heard a different word.
Yeah.
I heard
I heard
nigga.
that word too.
Okay.
What does it matter? I'm black.
I know. I just thought it was hilarious.
I'm also one of those guys who doesn't take offense to that word.
All right, podcast.
I really don't.
Please don't crucify us.
Okay, you two, please don't take my ad revenue for what Bigums does.
I said nigga.
I'm saying you two, don't take my ad revenue because Bigums doesn't know what he does.
Please, don't take all 3 cents.
I'm gonna be real right now. If you are offended simply by not black people using that word, grow a pair. That is all.
Oh.
YouTube, don't take my ad revenue.
Yes.
Bigums is not the YouTuber here. Please don't take my ad revenue.
So if you
That is
ever,
all I have to
like,
say on that matter.
topic of,
Grow a pair.
have you ever cut off a friend or had a friend cut you off? I have a couple of friends actually that have done that, and with that is some of them to this day, like I've been cut off, and some of them to this day I still consider a friend, which is sad more than anything else.
I do not.
But
I
You
do
can't
not.
be all as cool as you.
Like, no, like, if, no, like, here's my deal, right? My life is like a rotating door. You walk in and you walk out of it. I can't keep you here, nor will I try. You choose to be here.
well, I mean, I agree with that notion, but like for me, some of the people that I had to cut off, it wasn't either of our choice really. It was something from out of our hands. Like, they moved away. Back then I didn't have a cell phone, and they didn't either. So, neither of us had a way to stay in contact with the other.
That's not really cut off though. That's just stuff happens.
Yeah.
That is cut off, but it's not the same kind as that. Now, I did lose a friend who I used to look up to. His name was Austin. And for the most part, I still consider him a friend to this day. And that's just because I deserved what I got. Over time, like, him and I were good friends, as far as I know, for the longest time. But I was 4 years younger than him. I'll make sure that part's clear. And him and I got into a lot of trouble, as in we were beside it. Like, we lived on the edge of a hill. Like, I've told you guys about this hill. It's the same one that I rolled down in the trash can. And he was one of the people who pushed it. Like how I said a friend broke it off and said there were technical functions, like malfunctions. That was him. And there were these buildings down there that were made of sheet metal, basically. And we had rocks, so we just would throw it at them and just listen to the noise it made. And him and I hung out for years. Until, like, and on occasion, like, every 2 or so years, I'd do something. Like, where I'd have to ask him to forgive me, basically, because I did something stupid that I shouldn't have done. And the final straw with him was whenever him and I played horse. And I bet against him Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I openly, like, after I lost the game, I tried to give him different cards. Because I didn't want to give up the ones that often. And he just said, that's it, we're done.
Wait a minute. So let me
Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
I'm gonna follow this properly. So this man was going to send you to the Shadow Realm, right?
No, him and I were not going to... we played horse for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Basketball.
So you could have sent him to the Shadow Realm with your deck. Your deck was so powerful, you could have sent him to the Shadow Realm. Homeboy peeped game was like, alright, I can't beat you in a one-on-one match, but I can beat you on horse. And I'll just take your Exodia, and then I'll just send you to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, it wasn't even Exodia. It was Mystic Swordsman level 2 and 4. I distinctly remember that.
I don't think anyone else is going to show up, so I'm just going to ready up. I don't know about this guy.
And he just said that's it. And then years later, I confronted him and I said, dude, I'm sorry. But, like, I still consider you a friend. He said, you do that? Okay. If you consider me a friend, don't talk to me again.
Over Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
No, it's not just that. It was a collection of other things. As I said, what happened, I deserved it. Like, over time, sure. It was worthy of it. But, like, in that snapshot, no. On that note, if you have a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards good enough to beat somebody, to where they have to challenge you in basketball, don't bet your cards, kid.
It ruins friendships.
You might just lose a friend. Now, another time that almost made me lose a friend was I regularly did 2v2s in Goldeneye Rogue Agent. And him and I were on the same team. And I started throwing matches.
Oh my gosh. I'm asleep.
Oh my god. She's just reacting in the background. It's too funny. I'm sorry, Fred.
Dude, I am so mad right now. Holy shit. This is the most patient I've had to be.
Dude, give me podcast time. Podcast time to get over it.
These are my finals.
Anyway.
It didn't take this much time.
Anyway, I would like to keep on moving forward. Okay, so the reason I brought this concept of losing your friend is because, we as a group kind of like bonded over losing a friend. Well, like me, not.
Did we?
I mean, just Hyper, which isn't even like. It's not even, whatever. It's almost 30 minutes. It's my podcast. I make the rules as I go. I'm like Toriyama. I'll retcon as I see fit. Like, okay.
You literally said I was like him. I do that.
Like, okay. Let's be real here. Let's be so real here. Okay. Let's address that situation here. Okay. I don't hate the man. Okay. I don't judge anyone for being friends with him. I don't wish any ill will towards him, other than what he has coming.
And this guy's not ready
So, like, I don't hate Hyper, and I would never tell anyone to not be friends with Hyper, because Hyper is a pretty cool dude. But, like, I just don't F with Hyper, because I just can't vibe with that. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't vibe out with Hyper. That's just who I am. But I would never be like, Chief, you're friends with Hyper. How dare you be friends with me and Hyper? You must pick.
But I'm not.
But regardless, I wouldn't be like that.
Hypothetical.
Okay, hit me with it.
Call me a
No,
dog.
I'm saying that's the hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetically. That being said,
You call me a dog.
I know. Yeah, I know. I know. That being said, though, I do think, like, cause as a squad, we like the firing squad thing happened due to that, and everyone in the mafia was like, "All right, boy, we are loaded, we are ready, we have a target. Is everyone in position?" And everyone was like, "Yes, sir." Down the line, like we did a roll call.
Fun.
We
That
did.
was really fun.
That was amazing.
That being said, I don't. Again, I'm over it. You know, whatever. I choose not to interact with him just so I don't cause beef with him. But at the time, we did associate with him, and we were able to consider him what quote unquote a friend at the time. And that happened, and it was one situation where it was like, it was not like, I mean, Big Ones, you're still like in his like friends list, and you still associate with him. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't feel the need to like, he is the worst thing imaginable. Unsub to his channel, like no. Sub to my channel for original content though.
He thinks the Dragon Ball Super manga is better than the anime.
He thinks the Super manga is better than the anime. Unsub, like no, like no. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. It's not even.
Funny
Like,
thing is, I may be like in his group, but I legitimately don't know that, and I actually don't know whether you're serious or you're joking right now.
We're completely joking.
I actually don't know.
We're
I don't know either.
Should I message him and ask?
Oh my God! No, we're not doing this.
Don't bother.
We are not doing this on the podcast. I mean, I would love to see it, but no.
Alright.
I do think that it's very important to know people for a matter. I think you can never truly be friends with someone until you've known them for 3 months.
Hey, no.
No. Listen to me. Listen to me good. It took 6 months for me to hear Chief speak words to me. And I've been friends with the kid ever since. And it's been like, what, 4 or 5 years? Yeah, I know, you little douche. I know.
The reason why I'm asking is as far. Was that a blank one for you two? Hang on. I'm being so thrown for a loop at how busted Xenoverse is being.
Okay.
I am so sorry.
Anyway, the reason I say 2 to 3 months.
Krillin is murdering Vegeta. I need to go help him.
No, you don't. Anyway, 2 to 3 months. That's called Darwinism. That's survival of the fittest. Anyway, the reason I say shut up. The reason I say that it takes 2 to 3 months is because I feel like when it comes to people, when you first meet someone, it's natural for you when you first meet someone to want to show your best aspects. If you care what other people think, or you genuinely like this person or whatever, it's only natural that you would kind of want to show them your better qualities. I mean, I don't care if you like me or not. Like I do after I like you and you like me, but initially it's more of a, this is who I am, get used to it. That being said, though, I do feel like when it comes to people, you should, like, I don't know how to word it properly, but, like, it takes, like, people cannot pretend to be something for too long. They can't. They really can't. You can't pretend to be something you're not for too long. It's not who you are. You're going to show your true colors. Looking at Angie, yes. Angie, if you're watching this, sorry for you. You are, I'm sorry, sweetie, you are basic and you're a fraud. No one cares. That being said,
I don't know who that is, so have fun with that.
Yeah, I know. We'll get those shade to reach 30 minutes. That being said, I do feel, imagine a girl who thinks that her makeup makes her look pretty when she's out here looking like an Egyptian when it comes to her makeup. It is sad. That being said, yeah, she's one of those people who like.
She's not. I think she looks better without it.
Whatever.
But,
No.
Curse me. Curse me if you say that.
Yep. That being said, I do feel that like as like a group of people, or it is a thing that humans we will naturally like give off our better qualities or whatever. You know what I mean? That's just what a human being does. It's not even it's not lying. It's just who we are as human beings. Or even as that, on the other end of it, maybe it's not even that. It's maybe you as a human being when you first meet someone.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Whoopsies. As a human being, I want to say, as a human being, it's our first instinct rather to kind of like want to show our better qualities. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like an insult to anyone. It's more of like, okay, I want to show my better qualities to someone. You know what I mean? And then if you like a person or you consider them a friend at like super early on, I'm not saying don't trust anyone ever. I'm saying if you consider them a friend early on, you also have to consider the fact that you are actively, like, whether you realize it or not seeing their negative qualities. That's the thing that you're participating in. You know what I mean? Like, you could just meet me and you could be like, wow, he's a really charming, funny guy. Don't know how you came to that conclusion, but sure. Eventually, you will see.
Charming and funny are not the right adjectives.
Exactly, but eventually you will see the sarcasm layered beneath. You will see like the brutal honesty layered beneath, and you will see like because this is who I am. I'm an artist. I am abundance of different things in one, and I am no better functioning as a human being than the rest of you. You know what I mean?
And I am a prick.
He's an honest one though.
Proud of it.
He's an honest one, and I can't hate him for it. He's honest, but like.
Marcus is an hysterical hottie. Those are the right adjectives.
Right. I do find it interesting though that like as I don't know. I keep going back and forth on this, but as a group of people who live in 2017, who live in this generation, I find it's just super easy to forget that like who you think, like what you think you know is not always the truth. Someone who you think is your friend isn't always your friend. And even your perspective is a lie. Not, you know what I mean? Like, you may think Timmy is the coolest guy around at the moment.
Timmy!
Yeah, Timmy. And Timmy might be the coolest dude in the... Timmy might be the... Not even might be. Timmy is the coolest guy in the room. But Timmy also has flaws like the rest of us. And it's just... You cannot, like, openly... just conscribe to one idea of a human being. You have to be like, okay, this is their flaws. But just because that person has flaws does not mean you cannot be friends with them. That does not mean, like, you're not going to... Basically, the sum of this is, you are not going to like everyone. You are not. There'll be people out there who are just born. There'll be things out there that just exist. There'll be an idea out there that you just don't... There will be things you do not like. And that is life itself. There will always be something you don't like. However, just because you don't like it does not mean you can disrespect or you can judge those who do. Everyone has their own opinion. Just because you have yours does not make yours any better than anyone else's. It doesn't. What I'm saying is, like, acknowledge this. And, just for example, Bigums doesn't like Khalifa. He doesn't. But he can see why people do. It's an honesty there. He goes, this character is not for me, and I don't like it. Fantastic. It's not for him. He doesn't like it. But he cannot deny that there are qualities to this character that are positive that people would enjoy and like. Unless you're a Gogeta fan. But... Oh my god. Just immediate hypocrisy. Just immediate hypocrisy.
Unless you're Gogeta.
Unless you're a Gogeta fan. Like Super Saiyan Gogeta. I know, immediate hypocrisy. I'm joking.
So what is your opening question when you meet somebody?
My opening
If you wanted to
question.
get to know somebody,
Do you like Gogeta? That dude kill him.
I'm sorry, but that's your opening question. Mine. What's your favorite Egyptian god card? I can vibe with an obelisk.
Oh my god.
I am totally a Slifer, the
But fuck
Sky
out of here,
Dragon.
Raw. But fuck
No.
out here, Raw.
I am a Slifer red every day. Slifer, the Sky Dragon. Deal with it.
See, the only reason why I can't vibe with a Raw is because I'm already a Raw.
Whatever. I get
There's only
it.
enough room in the skies for one of us.
But I'm Slifer, the Sky Dragon. There's only enough room
Yeah,
for.
I said Spikers are cool. Spikers are cool. They don't take up the same airspace. Don't you know your color wheel? Let the colorblind person insult you on this.
Look, man, I'm just saying. Jesus Christ, Christ.
Oh, the irony.
No, the irony. Stop. Humanity. I wanted.
I'm trying to find something sweet worthy.
However, my opening question when I get to meet someone is, my opening. I don't really have an opening question, but I guess if I had an opening question, it would be, "Who are you?"
Usually my opening question is, why do you care? It's usually in response to someone asking me something stupid.
If me and Bigum was met as children, he'd hate me. Hey, who are you? Why do you care? 'Cause you look cool. He seem cool. He'd be like, I don't like this guy. He's too positive.
What's into you?
What's it
What's
to
into
you? Because imagine a Bigums and an owl, like a little owl and a little Bigums. Or he wouldn't be Bigums, he'd be Littles. A Littles and a Bigums hanging out in like elementary school on the playground. And owl sees
So a
Bigums.
little me and a big me hanging out in elementary
No,
school.
just like a little owl and a little Bigums. They're hanging out in elementary school. Like one of them's on the swing, and the other, like I just walk out and I'm like, "Hey, Bigums." I'm like, "Hey, who are you?" And you look at me, and you're like, "What's it to you?" Or "Why do you care?" I respond back with, "'Cause you look cool. You seem cool." What happens to you? What is your response to that, Bigums? Because that's something I've actually said to someone. Because someone's like, "Why do you care?" And I was like, "'Cause you seem cool."
I'd be like, okay.
And then we just
And just leave it at that.
would we spark a friendship, or would you just like ask me to leave?
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
It depends on whatever happens next.
I fart.
Stop killing him. You're gonna tap him. You're going to love tap him.
Like if we're hanging out and I like, do you like art? Like if I followed it up with that, would we become besties as kids? Or would
As
you...
he's drawing.
Oh yeah, I asked her that. We were like, you seem kind of annoying at first, but you're onto something.
He's on to something.
You're onto something. It's like, because usually what happens when someone asks me what I'm drawing, they're usually asking incredibly irrelevant, unimportant, and very annoying questions like, who are you drawing? Does she go here? Is she nice? Who are you? And why do you care?
My question would always be, it would never be any of those. It'd be like, you're like, who are you? You'd be like, who are you and why do you care? My name is Marcus. This looks cool. And that'd be it. And it'd follow up with, do you like art too? And can I show you my drawings?
Most of those would always be an answer from yes. Unless it's weird shit, then it'd be no.
I don't know, man. Me and Bigums wouldn't be friends then, man. I'm pretty weird.
But I'd be pretty hypocritical if I said that, seeing as the stuff I draw.
Yeah, me and Bigums, I don't know, man. At first we could have been friends, but now if you saw Littlems walking down the street and you saw a little owl next to him, I don't think they'll be friends. I think just owl's just there to annoy him to death. Like I don't know.
Like, I can't say don't show me weird stuff when there is an incomplete picture of a nude woman right behind me.
The inner amalgamations of your mind is an enigma.
Intermagamations.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Ladies ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the OwlCast. I've missed you all. Dragon Ball Super happened, and it's been 40 minutes in the podcast. We haven't talked about anything about Super. So I guess now would be the time to talk about the fact that the last episode was it was Goku and the heart thing, right?
Yeah.
So, for those who don't watch the podcast, we're not watching it. For those of you who wouldn't know, because me and the homies, we do talk about Super, like, in our meantime as well. So, I've already said this a couple of times, and Pride has helped agree and argue both sides of this with me, but Whis is on some BS with this, it gets harder to enter Ultra Instinct each time garbage. He's on some real hot BS, dog. Because a kick to the back of the neck in a tournament, like in a non-do-or-die situation, and the worst-case scenario is she drags your weakened, tired body off stage, versus literally do-or-die or get crushed under weight and thrown off the ring, are way more severe of a situation. And there's no way Goku is in a situation like, nah, man, you can't Ultra Instinct out of this. Which Pride brought up a very valid argument of if Goku's Super Saiyan Blue is not enough, and Blue Kaioken is not enough, then Ultra Instinct can be required. And in this situation here, in this, Goku clearly was just like, I'm Super Saiyan Blueing it up, boys, and he clearly was able to power through and be done. So I'm not going to flex like that's not the case. It's clearly that's what Whis is trying to say. But getting kicked in the back of the neck versus gravity crushing down on you, look, man, I'm a man of many things, but I'm going to go with the gravity to trigger my Ultra Instinct. Just saying. I fully understand this, though. Pride brings up a very valid argument of...
No, actually, I just found out another argument here.
What?
That I didn't think of. Okay, so on the way to Namek, Goku did gravity thing. So is Vegeta. The hyperbolic time chamber puts your body under random stresses. This black hole's fucking nothing. Legitimately speaking, it is nothing compared to the torture that he puts on his own body.
Is that the... Okay. Well,
And then, what was it, the Wii staff training that they did in order to get Blue? That's worse than this. Because at least he can move inside this.
Which is ridiculous. I find that ridiculous. The real question is if Android 18 is Super Saiyan Blue level, which the show has confirmed. Not Android 18, Android 17.
You mean 17?
Why didn't 17 just blow us out of there? Goku is drained, and 17 fought a non-tired Goku in Blue. And they were trying to make sure that they didn't devastate the landscape, and 17 himself was like, yeah, I'm holding back too, man. I didn't want to hurt the animals. With that in mind, why did they have struggle?
There's the simple explanation for all that, and it goes as follows. I am main character, therefore I am the only one allowed to do anything important. Fuck you, this is my show.
Okay.
Seems legit.
Now,
Seems legit.
Now, my answer to this question is, is that my son over there about to fire a Kamehameha? You know what'd be really cool?
It's just for the spectacle. It's like 17 is strong as a Super Saiyan Blue, but at the current moment, he is not allowed to be important.
Yeah. Did 17 knock out a character and 17 tool this savagery that even the gods of destruction were like, is that legal? Can he stand on his own ki blast? Is that a thing we can allow happen? Like, that's how savage 17 is. But no, this black hole, too much for the guy. Him and his sister, infinite ki, not too much for them. No, they can't handle it.
See, the part I have a
Goku
problem
just blues
with
it up. Not Blue Kaioken, blues it up, and then just escapes.
Okay. So, the part that I have a problem with is not Goku blasting himself. Or, per se, it's not directly that. It's the fact that, which one was it? Was it 18 or 17 who shot a ki blast at it?
18.
And it just ate it. Okay, so it was the weaker of the two.
I'm sorry, but it's a black hole in which no light can escape from. Goku tried instant transmission, couldn't get out. You know, a black hole no light can escape from. So, no matter how you slice this...
Goku overpowered a black hole.
Goku overpowered physics. With a like,
Oh, and
With the power of guts.
now, do you know what a black hole does on a time map?
doesn't it bend space and time? No.
Yes, it does. It is like a sharp dive, as in time is undefined in a black hole. In other words, Goku transcended time.
Oh, you can F right off with that. What does that even mean? Hit stronger than time. Okay, cool. What does that mean? How hard can he?
You said hit.
I'm sorry, Jiren. Jiren is and Hit apparently because he can manipulate it. And Goku was able to outdo Hit's time skip. So Goku and Hit are stronger than time. What does that mean?
It means their E-penis is huge.
Okay, how does that compare to fighting ability? Like, how strong would you be?
E-penis.
Well, I mean, obviously it means you're fast enough to punch faster, and someone who can dodge anything can dodge. So,
I forgot. Like, Jiren was throwing punches that made Dodge Hex Goku dodge harder. I will never understand that. It was, with each one, because Piccolo was like, with each one of his attacks, Goku was getting faster and sharper. Which means Goku is effectively dodging harder than he's ever dodged before. How does this work?
he's dodging fast enough that I'd argue that the Spirit Bomb isn't what was making Goku overheat. It was him having to dodge Jiren's punches that was making his body overheat.
The CPU just used data input. You thought.
Because the level of speed that man was moving he's faster than Dispo. Dispo's fast as light.
He was obviously dodging at the speed of data input.
You sucked me off. You can actively suck me off with that.
Not Meteor Crash. Darkness Rush. You ever data input in one of those? It's a spectacle, I tell you.
Like, dog.
Meteor Crash is bad enough.
I love someone.
Meteor Crash.
I love when someone meteor crashes while you're doing that. It's amazing. We'll get back to Xenoverse in a second, but yeah, because back to the main point is the fact that Goku. See, I'm okay with the concept that Goku, it has to be stronger than Blue. Like, the opponent has to be where Goku cannot handle it in Blue for him to enter Ultra Instinct. I am perfectly okay with that. On the same note, though, but Whis implies that Goku would have gone Ultra Instinct if it wasn't for the fact that he had went Ultra Instinct against Kefla. Because Whis even said it appears that it's getting harder, which means Whis...
Okay. Now, the argument
Whis is on some bull.
Whis is
You're
high!
saying that it's getting... Okay, you're saying that, period, Ultra Instinct getting harder to enter.
I mean, he's an angel.
Now, let me work my little magic about this here. Do you agree that by Goku pushing himself the way he's doing, he's getting stronger?
Oh, I believe Ultra Instinct should be getting harder to access. That's not my issue. My issue is that the fact that the show implies, and Whis implies, that if Goku had not already gone Big PP Ultra Instinct Dodge Hacks mode, that he would have dodge hacked gravity. I need you to hear this. Because Whis implies Goku would have dodge hacked his way out of gravity, which I wanted to see him moonwalk his way out of that.
Not gonna lie, I want to see that now.
Cause come on, and the best one, it's not like we saying, "Oh, this is." We didn't go, "Oh dear." He's like, "Oh, it appears that it's getting harder to dodge hack your way out of. Your GGBS is no longer working, fam. Sorry. You need an actual threat now.
Your Pokédex is dead.
You need Jiren to walk up and kick you in the back of the neck so you can enter Ultra Instinct again."
Oh, God. No, let's be honest here. You don't need that. You need
Broken
Goku to
spine.
grab you just like he did before and let Jiren wail on you.
Like, the sheer fact that the show keeps implying that he would have done it, and one for the fact that he was like, that he had already did it. I'm like, bro. Really?
See, I'll agree with that.
It's like, I kind of wish you just be careful in your blue form now, because I wanted to see you dodge hacks a black hole. I wanted to see I wanted to see that.
I want to see him moonwalk his way out of it. And also, by the way, if you paid any attention, when Goku tries instant transmission, he didn't try to grab 17 and 18. He was just going to leave them.
It's like, thanks for saving my ass.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Thanks for saving my ass, you two. I'm just gonna leave you here now. You're not main character status. You aren't as important as me.
You wouldn't understand. You don't have Ultra Instinct. You wouldn't understand. It's an Ultra Instinct thing.
Why the fact that he would have came back?
I do not believe he would have.
Have sensible energy.
I don't think he would
He
have.
can't go back in.
All right.
I don't think he'd have gone back.
I don't think he would have gone back either. But even if that was his plan, he didn't.
He's just like, I'm out now. Later, daters.
He's like, well, this is now your problem. Goodbye, and he just peaced out. Like, if he could have done it, he would have done it, and that's what makes me giggle. The fact that Goku actively was like, not my problem.
No.
Our hero, everybody.
Now let's talk about the more important thing this episode, guys. Other than all of that, 17 still has not learned his damn lesson for not trying to interrupt people's attacks.
What are you talking about?
He tried to blast the attack. Remember?
That was 18.
18.
Oh, but do you? Oh, I see. So the sisters we taught the same.
Also, on that note, Goku's a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah,
Raccoon did nothing wrong.
We talked about this. We talked about this earlier pre-podcast.
Raccoon did nothing wrong.
So to explain, for those of you who don't have context, during the Namek arc, because a lot of people only watch Super, ironically enough, which is weird. But during the Namek arc, Goku fights an opponent named Raccoon. You probably see him in Xenoverse, Raccoon, and Raccoon is charging up an attack, in which Goku just elbows him in the gut and is like, you're wide open. Now, I know you're thinking, hey, that's Vegeto's thing. Yeah, he gets that from Goku. That being said, what makes this as bad as it is Goku scolded 17 for doing
the same thing.
The difference here being, they're not evil, so don't be a douche. Which is, I also want to bring up the point. So we all, if I remember correctly,
Topo stopped whatever he was doing, ran over there, and was like, yo, this is not okay. You let those ladies transform.
my boy Topo came out of the cut and was like, yo, Goku, get your mans! Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. That will happen again.
Doug.
It won't happen again, Space Lorax.
That's a new one.
That was as good.
That's good. Space Lorax.
Okay, so let it be known, Goku's a hypocrite because he scolded 17. Also, okay, so here's the deal. Universe 2, their goal was to what? They didn't have to participate, did they?
They were.
Huh?
They did.
They did.
They did.
But wasn't their wish to revive everyone anyway?
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Why are we celebrating them being eliminated? Because were Brienne slightly annoying?
Everybody back.
Huh?
It's our job to do the right thing.
Yeah. Hey.
Wait a minute. Ribrian said her wish was to be some kind of goddess angel. I don't think I got the skill, by the way. I don't think she had any intention of bringing too many people back if she was busy becoming Miss Goddess of all goddesses.
I don't quite remember that specifically.
I remember that. I even remember Hellas being strangely okay with it. I'm just like, you're just okay with that? No, you're 100% with her on that. Like, okay.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
Okay, if she
listen to
wins
me.
the tournament,
Ribrianne is a BBW goddess, Biggums. You're just going to have to deal with it. I know you don't like the character, but she's thick with 3 C's.
She's not when she de-transforms.
True enough.
Okay.
And that's the worst
Oddly
sin.
enough, she's still annoying when she de-transforms.
Oddly enough, I actually dislike de-transform Ribrianne. Like, normal Ribrianne's fine. I'm okay with that.
Like,
That didn't make any sense.
What?
Normal would be the de-transform one.
No, I'm saying normal Ribrianne I like. De-transformed I don't.
Why?
Those are the same people.
I meant, okay,
Okay,
fine.
so
Ribrianne with the blue
like the-
skin, I like. Ribrianne who
Yes,
looks like an
and poor
earthling,
Ribrianne.
I do not like.
Powered
He doesn't like
up
Ribrianne.
Ribrianne.
BBW Queen Ribrianne is only Ribrianne I see, okay?
Only
I'm on
color.
If it ain't got that
I don't
flab,
see
I don't
colors.
like it.
I don't see colors.
I don't see colors. You're not the colorblind person of our group, you douche.
Oh, you twat, you're going to put on the party on colorblind? Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
You did that yourself.
No. I'm allowed to make fun of me. You're
I
allowed to
said,
make fun of me.
all I said was you're not the colorblind person of our group. I never said who it was. You outed
That was-
I've
yourself.
already pointed,
Yeah, that was
I've already
your
pointed
fault.
out that I did earlier.
My overlays went down.
It's fine. This podcast is gorgeous the way it is.
Look at the general chat.
Alright,
Owl.
I'm gonna look in it real quick, mid-podcast. Let's see what's in the general chat. Yeah, I know, I saw that.
Okay.
But you know what? Like, you say that you don't like that Ribrianne, like the blonde one that was Earthling. I actually kind of like that one.
Why?
Okay.
She's a
Blonde?
normie.
We know that
She has green hair.
She's a normie.
she has
We don't
green hair.
Fucking normies.
Yeah, we don't fuck with normies around here, okay?
I would do the loud
fuck
ass
with normies.
re-scream, but I'm pretty sure my mother would hear that.
We don't fuck with normies. This is all black white tea. This is
Look,
all original.
Normies.
No.
hey, you know what? No, I actually like that form. For one reason, though. It's just her personality that form's not obnoxious. She's actually a good guy that show deserves.
Good guy in this show does. He is trying to dominate me during my podcast. I will not stand down
I'll
willingly.
both of you.
No, you will not.
No, in that form there, correct me if I'm wrong, did she not call out to her whole dang universe and say, hey, I may have lost, but you know what? We still got them boys in the ring.
The ones that can't do anything.
No.
Well,
no,
they did make the black hole something Ribrianne herself couldn't do.
No, that's not what she's talking about. He's talking about when Ribrianne to get a raise in her entire universe. She goes, you know what? Let's just put all our money in the homies that are remaining and hope that they wish us back. Which is like, it's one of those things where it's like, I thought, because from my understanding and from my knowledge, that their goal was to wish us back. Not us back, but wish everyone back. But that was my understanding of the matter, at least. So, like, even if it's not true, then that's a different shade. But the fact is,
Should have just boycotted.
but if it's true, the level of disrespect that we give to a race who volunteered to save us all is kind of rude, man. I do like how Ribrianne's I love how Ribrianne's like second her backup dancer dude. That that dude who like her stunt double is what I'm gonna call it. Her stunt double went ham, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, but did you booty bump Goku?" Like, excuse me, sir, did you just booty bump the legend himself? Like,
Necessary and proper.
you can suck me off.
Necessary and proper.
You can
Oh,
suck
by
me
the
off.
way, I got Brave Sword attack now. I'm gonna get on Cookie and see how it looks.
Okay.
But the important thing to note here is the fact that, like, for some reason, like, I don't want an explanation as to why, period. Because it'll probably be wrong, at least in my mind. The Ergo backup dancers, the scum of their universe, the ones that aren't considered pretty, the three guys, were stronger than Ribrianne and her whole crew.
Yeah. Goku tells you why. The guts over love, baby. Suck it.
Yes,
My girlfriend has to be willing to punch me in the jaw, because that's what real love is, according to Dragon Ball.
No, he believes in guts over love. And you know what? Sure. He's proven that before. Countless times with his family. But let's not talk about that.
What are you talking about? Goku is a family guy. Luckily, there's a man who can positively make do.
Every time I hear someone sing Family Guy, I want to sing I'm Invincible.
I'm feeling invincible. Oh, the Super Mario. I'm invincible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm invincible, and you can't touch me. You can go to hell. You can suck my balls. You can suck my balls. Invincible.
Okay, Bigums, thank
And
you.
you can't. No, you can't. Fucking go to hell.
Bigums,
That is my fucking theme song, I tell you. I'm using that song in a video. I lost a viewer for that, and I don't care. I'm having fun.
I was not. Some dude was like, "This is not what I signed up for."
Yeah.
I came here
And
for an
normally
OwlCast,
don't
not a
sing.
sing-along. Jesus.
I normally don't sing, but I'm singing now, damn it.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's really worth noting that we're just going to go on straight to Xenoverse 2. I'm probably going to close out the podcast on Xenoverse 2 if that's cool with everybody.
Okay.
So, Chief brought one of the topics into the Discord earlier.
Oh my god, he actually uses 2 arms. He actually uses both of his arms.
Holy F. And so Xenoverse 2, this is very important. So Xenoverse 2, Saiyans are getting a new transformation. Yes, I kid you not, another one. DJ Khaled came out the cut. The DJ Khaled went over to Demps and like Bandai. He was like, "Yo, guys. I know Saiyans have like 6 transformations, but another one."
Let's give him another one.
And you know what? They just sprinkled transformations on Saiyans. So Super Saiyan Blue, what should it and what should it not do? I feel like we should just discuss what it should be capable of, and then try to find a fair drawback. Because if Super Saiyan Blue is just Kaioken but better, why ever use Kaioken?
I thought it was going to be something similar to the boost that Turn Golden does.
Oh, if it's like Turn Golden, right?
Well, then why ever use the other Super Saiyan forms with all their drawbacks?
Yeah, so it's a very weird situation here. Because you have to give it something.
Because if it's not
you have to give
good,
it something
no one.
else.
If it's not good, people will complain.
Because
if it's
Super
too
Saiyan
good,
Blue,
people will complain.
it cannot be weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and it either has to be. You have to pick. It has to either attack harder than Super Saiyan 3, like it has to have a higher damage multiplier than Super Saiyan 3, or it gives you the same measurement as Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta, but that's what Super Saiyan 3 does. So that's why ever use Super Saiyan 3. Or it does both. It makes both transformations inferior. It says, F you buy the DLC for a stronger, hard-hitting transformation. Pay to win, suck it. And you get Super Saiyan Blue, which outranks both of those. Because, in all its purposes, we can make our characters a Super Saiyan Blue. Saiyans have default blue auras. No one cares. You can make a Super Saiyan Blue already. So the fact that you have the aura option now, and the actual buff that it will do is interesting. Because it has to hit harder than a Super Saiyan 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Otherwise, people will complain. Does it
And
have?
it can't take key.
It can't.
Otherwise, people will complain.
So it
You
has.
can't lose key for.
So you.
Like, if it has any drawbacks that the other Super Saiyan forms either don't have or didn't have,
Okay.
Or maybe it's a balance between Super Vegeta and Super Saiyan.
Okay. So, hear me out.
Mhm.
I've got an idea. Make it to where, how the other ones, Super
so
Saiyan
basically
3,
make it what future Super Saiyan was supposed to be.
No. Make it
I was responding to Chief, by the way.
Okay. My idea for it
Mhm.
would be that in order to be able to use it, you have to be able to have at least 7 bars of key. Does that sound fair? 7, 8,
Mhm.
in order to reach the transformation.
That seems fair.
I guess.
That way, a lot of your stat points have to go to a period, and or your QQ bang.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to have stats though, because QQ Bang's only going to get you what?
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Your QQ Bang will do it for you. If you have 0 in your key bar and you put on the QQ Bang with +5 in key, you
That
have.
gets you to 5.
Yeah, if you get a QQ Bang that gives you +5 in key, you automatically have 7 bars. That's just what happens.
I thought it was only 5.
No, you defaultly have 5. If your QQ Bang doesn't down it, and if your QQ Bang ups it, then you get 7. So 7 bars of key is super easy to obtain.
Okay.
Okay.
In that case, since it's easy to obtain, just make it 8. Make it to where it's not something.
I thought that it just made it like
something that
5, like Potential Unleashed was.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the +5 won't get it.
Because I don't think anybody would want a transformation that costs 7 or 8 bars of key. They'd be like, okay, no. Regardless of what the stat was.
That's good.
Okay, so we
If
understand.
it takes 8 bars, then it's going to have to do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
It's going to have to be major godly transformation if you're going to cost. If
Well,
it's gonna cost that
it is
much.
called Super Saiyan God. No, but on the same note of that, though, Pride brings up a good point because to make it fair,
It should be something easy to get.
yeah, to make it fair, Pride makes up a fair point because of the fact that you can get 7 bars of key easily without wasting any of your attributes to get that. You could, so you could easily get that, and it'd be not a big deal. So why use it? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think what Pride's trying to get at is if you make it the way that we're describing it, where it outclasses all the other transformations, right? Which it probably will do. And honest to God, I'm going to throw it out there. You don't, if you use the build I have for Super Saiyan 3, shameless plug to when that video comes out, you don't really need Super Saiyan Vegeta. You don't. You just got to make your stats. So, you just use Super Saiyan because its multiplier is pretty solid. And you just pump in the key and you're good. Like, you don't really need Super Vegeta. But, that being said, if you wanted to rock the house and do crazy more damage, you could use Super Vegeta. And that's what you would do. But if this transformation is going to outclass both of them by default...
Obviously, putting some in key would...
If you have to put some in key, that's kind of a fair deal there. But with that concept in mind, my question remains this. Is that the only drawback? Because there has to be another. There has to be 2 drawbacks.
Oh, I was gonna say how Super Saiyan 3 straight up
They can't
always
do that.
completely stop, it stops your stamina recovery. Make it to where this here stalls your ability to get that and key. And
So, Super
purely
Saiyan 3.
stalls.
Yeah.
I'm saying pure actually stops it. Because if you get hit, you'll still get it back.
It's super slow, but okay.
Yes, but you still get. And that's enough for people to want to use it.
Why do you... We have to make it where people would... You have to, Why do you want it to be such a, you shouldn't use this transformation type deal?
I know. The drawback has to be something, different.
What if...
Yeah, making it so that your stamina recovery completely stops will make the transformation damn near worthless, regardless of how good the stat boost is.
Maybe it gives you strike and key blast super damage, but lowers or doesn't give you the basic stat
Or...
or something.
Sounds fair, because that's exactly what Turn Golden does.
Here's my...
Except it's just key.
Here's my idea. What if it requires 6 bars to 5 bars of key to activate, and it drains key while you're in it? Not at a fast pace. It just drains key to be in it. And once you hit that 0 amount of key, transformation ends.
Okay, but there can't be an anime.
It can't be what?
You can't be oh my goodness, I just fell out of it.
Yeah. It just
Because you could be in the middle of a combo or something.
No,
and drop
I want it to be
and
how Super Saiyan is when you drop out of it, where it just resets your combo. Your combo just resets. You don't actually do a dumb animation, because that way it's still viable online, and the less amount of key that you have, the least useful the transformation is for you. So you would need to pump into key to make it viable, but also it would give you these crazy stab boosts. But since you're wasting so much in to get it viable, because 10 bars of key would be what the people would want to do with this transformation, right? And it drains key. which we had transmissions drain everything but ki. Name one. I don't think there's any that drain ki. Yeah, stamina's our lifeline.
You can't get it back either, right?
You
can't
don't recover.
Yeah,
you don't recover ki in this one.
I was just making sure.
Like, if you get hit, you recover no ki.
You can get ki really fast.
You can charge. You won't recover ki any other way though.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I can see this like.
Fair.
No.
That's the only way I see this being fair.
The stamina part is just not.
Do you think the range should get progressively faster?
Yeah.
To account for the ability to charge while in?
And every time you pop into it, each match, the ki drain gets faster.
Yeah, that'd be fair. Like you know, Chief, you know like Valkyrie from Warframe, how like the longer you stay in like her ultimate, the faster it drains. Yes.
Yes.
And like the way that we would balance this, right, is like say like Boo's Super Soul, like the one that I use, Boo's Super Soul for the build, right? Another shameless plug to a video that isn't even out yet. Like that would be like kind of the only way to get stamina back. Or they come out with a Super Soul specifically for the transformation that gives you stamina back while in it. Or whatever. But as long as you lose that stamina, but ki. But as long as you're losing ki in this transformation, I think it's fair. Because a lot of people just put Broly's Super Soul on and then transform at the beginning of a fight. And that makes it not a threat. Right? Am I reaching here? What do you guys think?
No,
we
I do like the ki like draining thing. That I do like that.
I like that also. But
Because if you're like not getting stamina back at all, then
yeah.
Probably just Kaioken.
Well,
Kaioken drains the stamina, but you can pretty much make anything that requires stamina at times 20 anyway free.
Yeah.
Except evasives.
Yeah, and if we're making this transmission viable for the sake of like this podcast alone, if you're trying to make this transmission viable, you have to consider how can you make it work and still be balanced in the current meta of the game. And the meta of the game is holding on to your stamina and letting people beat on you. But it's also what meta of the game is like death combos and saving up your ki and using it like that. But like if you can force someone to use ki early on, because everyone knows how to manage stamina, but not many people know how to manage their ki. I think ki management and stamina management would separate the boys from the men and make this transformation legitimately challenging. Because it's super
I wouldn't
easy.
say everyone knows how to manage their stamina.
True. I'm saying, but the boys struggle with stamina management. The men work on ki and stamina management. That's what I'm saying. This way, this transformation isn't a just hit transform and you win, like that other transformations have been. It'll be more of like okay, we have to think now. Am I at 2 bars of ki? The opponent's close to death, but if I pop into the transformation, I'll lose my damage before I kill him. Is it worth it? I've already used it earlier. It's going to drain me faster now. It's worth it. Like that's the only way I can see this concept being solid. Like, you know what I mean?
Knowing Xenoverse's history, I doubt it would be like that. I bet it's just going to be another press transform to win button.
I do see it becoming that, and I do kind of like I'm weary.
We've all got decent ideas, but I see them going for the stupidest thing ever. Because you know how Turn Golden has like 0 drawbacks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm predicting is going to happen.
Besides
it's
just their
something
combos
just like
being
Turn
slightly
Golden.
effed up, that's no real drawbacks.
And they might give us new combo. I doubt they're giving us new combos.
They're not getting us new combo strings. No.
Yeah, they're not.
This
They're
Cyberman's
not
a
giving
god.
us
He perfect blocked me 3
just
times.
It's basically just better Super Saiyan and like Turn Golden has absolutely no drawbacks.
I like your wishful thinking, though, big man.
What with the actually making it balanced?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Xenoverse. If you think it's gonna be balanced, you can go straight to hell.
Like, you have them really fancy-ass looking moves that look really cool, just doing, like, no damage, but then there's, like, plain, simple moves doing...
Like Sledgehammer, which is, like, one of the hardest hitting moves in the game.
I love SS Deadly Bomber. it does not do shit. I'm still using it because I love the way it looks.
Like, Sledgehammer is one of the most used when it comes to doing heavy doses of damage. Sledgehammer is one of your go-to combo moves to kill
Sledgehammer
someone.
into cross-arm dive.
Sledgehammer into
My male
anything
Majin
is
Cookie,
darn near good.
that's the only way I can do.
Like
That
Sledgehammer,
is the only damage I can do.
Sledgehammer into darn near anything does crazy damage. It's just how Sledgehammer works. The fact that Sledgehammer is such a the fact that Sledgehammer is such a common basic move that most characters have on their presets anyway, and it does ridiculous amounts of damage is ridiculous. Because the sheer concept of how it works makes no sense. Because if you ever tried to actually do that to someone in real life, it does not hit as bad as you think it does. But that being said, this is anime logic, and I'll just hold my L. But I also will be on the note
In all
of...
fairness, you're not.
Okay, I'm sure you'll finish that statement sometime.
Hitting somebody with the force is.
Oh, okay, here's someone forces this. I do feel like Xenoverse is in a weird state right now. Xenoverse is at a state where the fan base of Xenoverse has come, we've started to come to terms with what the game actually is and what it's meant to be. This game is not too challenging. It's not too much of a thinker. It's more of a do what works for you and fight in a style that makes you comfortable. You know what I mean? That's what Xenoverse has always been. And, just make what you got of it. I don't know how I feel about this transformation, man. Because if only Saiyans
just
get
making male Saiyans more viable.
And to make it worse, if only Saiyans get a transformation, that's what the real issue is here.
Yeah, give some Earthlings fucking multi-arms or some shit.
Or buff Roshi.
Exactly. You could honestly give that to Frieza Race too.
Yeah, I'm saying give Frieza Races the buff form or the cooler form, whichever one you want. And make it for strike.
Because right now the only thing they have viable is for Ki Blast builds.
Yeah, make them strike.
Majin, I feel like they need someone else too.
Majin,
I don't know. Can you
what can they give us though?
Demon God, technically.
Demon God Majin.
I know. Give us Red-Eyed Namekians and Demon God Majins, or give us the Majin Gods. I know that sounds ridiculous to say give us Demon God for Majins, but. Two main reasons why I say it's fine. One, because the sheer concept of reverting to purification, that is some hooey. Even if you explain, that. In fact, even in Xenoverse 2 storyline, Boo's like, oh, dude, there's some power in you. And then you get purification, and Boo says you're stronger now. No, you're not.
What about, absorption with them? I don't know how that would work, but
that I'm thinking about a quick, easy fix, not the complicated. That's why I say Demon God.
I can see purification working in some cases, but it making you stronger unless you were not already stronger than Kid Buu.
Or Super Buu transformation.
The reason I say Demon God is because all you have to do is just slap literally red face markings on the Majins, and they're set. And we've seen a Majin get Demon God before.
And give them that purple, blackish aura that all the bad guys have.
And there you go. It doesn't take much. I wish we would
also, give us a villainous skin for the CACs, because why the fuck not?
I want top. I don't even want. Blue. I don't need any of that, dog. I want one thing. Give me Bardock's Timebreaker mask. All I need.
Give me my Time Patroller's Breaker mask, whatever. I can't English.
And that mask better give me that dark aura too.
The hero.
And I don't know, dude. I like the dark aura. I'm a huge fan of it. But if they just gave me the mask, I'd be satisfied.
Well, I'm not satisfied by that. I want the ultimate from Xenoverse 1.
I don't want to bail on this guy because he said, "Wait a minute."
What do you mean by ultimate from
waiting for
Xenoverse
more
1?
people to show up, but oh my god.
The one that, not Time Breakers, but the super villains had. If you can remember what I'm talking about.
Nope.
The one where they created the ball around them and they flew.
I know what you're talking about, but I forgot it was Bake Spear. Bake Spear. It was called Bake Spear, and after they made that patch where you could break guard of anyone that was using Bake Spear, that move became worthless.
Yes,
no lie. Let me guess, just because it looks cool? Because even before you could break guard with it, what I would do is I would sit in it, block it, and then perfect guard the last hit, and you were wide open. Like in Universe 1, people would spam that because they think, oh, I'm invincible, you can't touch me. I'm invincible, you can't touch me. Except, oh no, you're not invincible, I can totally touch you and I'm going to wreck your shit now.
I
You
think
thought.
on that note though, like even then, I think that just a tiebreaker mask alone would be all we need. But back onto the topic of transformations, like Frieza races, they already have a Ki Blast based thing going for them. And Buff Roshi, like you can give it like, oh, what about the female versions? Just give them like Khalifa's physique or KO, not Khalifa.
Yo,
give them,
the guy I'm fighting is a total rook.
Give them Kefla's physique.
Hopping is evasive left and right, and
because
the CPU is coming to interrupt the
here's
fight.
the reason. Here's the reason why multi-arm would be no.
They did Power Pole and Nimbus.
I hear you. This is the reason why I say no to multi-arm, and this is just a simple reason why. A race having more than one specific transformation that alters their combo it makes that harder to use those like races specifically without those combos being ultimately too good or not. And also, but if it boosts any stat, it needs to be a Ki Blast based transformation, and Buff Roshi is a Ki Blast based transformation. He only uses it for the Kamehameha wave.
Well, male Earthlings are strikers.
Male Earthlings are strikers, but they can't.
What about the female?
Female Earthlings are Ki Blasters. I'm saying if you gave us this transformation, you would give us the ability to pick between Ki Blasters or striking. Because male Earthlings' inability to do Ki Blast, yeah.
Buff Roshi wasn't only for Ki Blast. At least once it hit Super.
I mean, like, back then he usually only...
Is this guy using healing capsules on CPUs?
If I remember correctly, Roshi would be in the form, then he'd fire Kamehameha Wave, and then revert back to normal.
Yeah, that's like how he used to use it, but he's just been going buff and stayed in that.
The new way he started using it is he's starting to actually do a bit of melee, but there isn't any, like, insane tricks to it.
I'm saying Roshi shooting a Kamehameha... If Roshi shoots a Kamehameha Blast, and then he goes buff and shoots Kamehameha Blast, which one's bigger?
Buff Kamehameha.
Then Roshi buff mode should be for Ki Blasting.
Yeah, it should.
Because male Saiyans don't have any... Not male Saiyans. Male Earthlings have nothing for Ki Blast. They already don't have the stat for it anyway. But making it where they don't even have a choice in the matter sucks even worse. Because when you think about Earthlings, they come up with the most Ki Blast techniques. And they come from a race that naturally doesn't even do it.
Heal yours, I'll heal mine. That's fair.
Like, male Earthlings come from a race that... Like, Earthlings aren't even a race that naturally shoots Ki. And the fact that they've come up with multiple Ki Blast-based techniques on their own is astonishing. Because what do the Saiyans have to their name? Gallic Gun? Giant Storm?
Giant Storm is just a explosion Ki Blast, which Frieza has done himself.
Yeah,
he's popped another capsule. Oh my god.
The one that Frieza has is not really an explosion. It's an uproar.
That does not matter. The point of the matter is Saiyans don't do that many Ki Blast techniques compared to Earthlings.
Saiyan Spirit.
We're talking about actually in the show, not made up for video games.
Yeah, Saiyan Spirit's made up for the video games. He doesn't know that, but
Okay, I was just...
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But Saiyan's... most of Raditz' moves are made up for the video games.
Yeah. The only one he really did was Double Sunday and maybe Saturday Crash.
He didn't
and that's a
Saturday
huge
Crash,
feat.
but he was prepping.
Yeah.
And these CPUs are jumping me now. I'm annoyed.
So, that being said, I really do feel like when it comes to, like, Earthlings, they should have a Ki Blast transformation. And when it comes to the females, you just give them Kefla's physique.
Did this guy just...
Like, I don't know how to make a buff female.
Quit.
Wait,
Go look at freaking Cauliflower when she went buff.
I'm saying you could do that too, but for people, I'm saying I would recommend that specifically. But I know people will be like, well, I don't like that. That's not my waifu. So if you don't want to give your waifu that big buff,
but dude, look at the massive grown boobs. Like they freaking zoomed in on that shit and went pow.
I know.
It did with Rivian, did it too. Like when every female went super or whatever, zoom in on the boobs because why not?
Because boobs equals. Never mind.
Power.
Oh no, you were on the right track there. boobs contain every man's hopes and dreams. Why did you stop? You knew what you were saying.
Every man's hopes and dreams is
I
I'm
don't
just gonna keep
disagree.
this slightly PG, guys. So you know.
yeah.
But
I think
no, our Chief has to do that, not you.
Why do I have to do
because
that?
you're the child-friendly YouTuber.
Child friendly.
What am I doing?
Yo, you've got a full lobby here. You mind readying since everyone else in the lobby
All
did?
right. Well, we're kind of getting off topic, thanks to Bigum. So, I think we're probably gonna wrap up here. But this is just an example of things that we could do in the game. If anyone has anything left to say about just any of the topics, anything, or are we just gonna end out here?
That poll I did, the what option one? Is Tom actually a threat to the human population?
No one in the podcast
Yes.
knows what you're talking
No.
about.
What? I know, but the thing is, what won?
I know, but
Not yes,
no one would
not
know what
no.
you're talking about.
What?
Like
A
you're
few
talking about,
people would.
I'm talking about like in the ending, like for this podcast, I'm ending it here. I'm asking, does anyone have anything that they want to wrap up? And you brought up Tom out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Bigums, if it
What I
makes
do.
sense to you, it makes sense to me too, Toriyama, and you and your SLs. Does anyone else have anything that they want to say before we end the podcast?
I'm a punch Blue Vegeta. I'm a punch Blue Vegeta in the face.
Wait, what else?
Bloop,
Closing podcast time.
bloop,
Okay.
bloop. I'm gonna keep booping you. Bloop.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been Black YT and my associates, and I'll catch you guys maybe next time. Probably next time. Most definitely next time.
Hello.